Namaste, my galactic family. This is Mohrephoh from Amilazori. Pleiadian consciousness here for you. I love you. I adore you. In this film, I want to share with you a very crucial perspective. And please go through all Pleiadian Mohrephoh films to connect all the dots. Because you need to put this in practice, consciously or unconsciously. You need to put this in practice to be ultimately ready for the higher frequencies, and to balance yourself is very, very important. And I will give you a few keys to not only prove to you that I'm not telling you fantasies, that when you're going to go through all my Pleiadian Mohrephoh films, that I want you to research everything I mention. I want you to understand that I'm telling you facts. I'm telling you facts from 3D, 4D, 5D. And I'm telling you my Akashic records, my connection with my higher self, and my experience and my mission here as a guardian protector of the truth and of the gamma ray frequencies. And please understand, and please watch Pleiadian Mohrephoh films from film 1 and go through all of them, because I put them in a specific order. Maybe it seems like I'm repeating myself in a few films, but it's exactly, I did this consciously, because you need to know that I am bringing this knowledge of truth for you in a specific pattern of frequency. So even if you will not understand everything, your subconscious will record everything, and sooner or later you will implement this in your reality, and the mirroring reality will reflect back to you, and it's very, very crucial, my galactic family. What I'm starting is this is not only a fact I will mention in this film, that is, I'm telling not only the truth for you, I'm telling you my soul experience in a Pleiadian system. All Pleiadians, we went through the same thing as here on this three-dimensional reality, and those who were in a way going through those things have been chosen by the elders to come here and to help and assist you. And please understand, this is very, very crucial. Please open your heart. First, open your heart, because the mentality of three-dimensional frequency, of delta wave frequency, is usually based on people listen to you not to understand, they listen to you to respond. So please listen to this message, not with mentality of responding, but with mentality of understanding. And the only way you can do this, when you're going to be in the heart. What I'm trying to implement here in that film is that when the energy will slowly go up, they become higher and higher and higher, while the frequency is getting slowly higher and higher and higher, like I mentioned before in previous films, that analogy with the bridge. So the bridge will be more narrowed and narrowed and narrowed, and it will be, by 2020, the bridge is going to be very slim and very slippery. And I'm giving you the best keys. You can tune yourself completely, consciously, unconsciously, to be ready for the bridge, to be ready for that energy. And it's not my fantasy, it's not my philosophy, it's the fact. If when you go through all Pleiadian Mohrephoh films, you will know that you will research everything I mention, and is based on my Akashic records, my experience, and the fact that scientists are repeating and telling about this also. So please let me give you a few notes here that you can tune yourself in to that higher frequencies, because like I mentioned before, when the energy will speed up, slowly you'll be more flexible in a way. See, when the energy will go higher and higher and higher, you will become more emotional. You will become more sensitive. You will become more sensitive. So sensitivity, you will become more emotional. So with those aspects, you need to be more conscious of your thoughts, of your words, of your feelings, and your emotions. So I'm in this film. I'm gonna give you one of the best keys the Pleiadians can share with you to understand how to help yourself, and please spread this message to all you brothers and sisters, because we are all one family. We are all one family. So let's start, my galactic family, from the message that I love you, I adore you, I love you so much, and I I couldn't imagine do anything else, because you are here for me and I am here for you. So imagine that between this world is a polarity. Everything is polarizing itself. So on the right side we have a positive vibration, and on the left side we have a negative vibration. And one day you waking up and you have the all day is positive, and one day you waking up you are always negative. And through this method I will share with you today, it will be very easy for you to become always positive, because this is very, very crucial to stay on that bridge, like I mentioned before. Because when the energy will speed up, you will become more sensitive and more sensitive and more sensitive. So if you become more sensitive, you will attract quicker your emotions, your feelings, anything will come to you into your reality much quicker. So I'm going to give you keys how to be more aware of your thoughts and of your words. And like I mentioned before in previous Pleiadian Mohrephoh films, that if you will never control your emotions, you will never control your thoughts and your words. It's impossible. And this is why. I'm going to tell you in this film why. Okay, on the right side we have positive, on the left side we have negative. So if we want to be always in the center, if you are too positive, for example, it's not a bad thing, don't get me wrong, but I'm just giving you an example how to maintain the scale. So if you maintain scale on that polarity, so you will not jump from the highest to the lowest and from the lowest to the highest. I want to keep you in balance at all times, is very, very crucial. So imagine this, between positive and negative there's a scale, and how to become in the middle of that scale, a breath. Your breathing is very, very crucial. Your breathing is very, very crucial. And please always breathe with your heart chakra. Always breathe from the heart chakra, always, because the heart is 5,000 times stronger electromagnetically than the brain. So you supporting that morphogenetic field in your Merkaba, and by breathing in your heart chakra consciously, brings you automatically quicker to that 0 point, to that scale between positive and negative. And if you learn to control this, the step 2 I'm about to tell you, please listen, my galactic family. Passion is the key. Remember, passion is the key. You have to become passion with the ability of researching, with the ability of doing any interaction in your three-dimensional experience. Please always be aware of passion. Always carry passion with you, because passion will always remind you about your breath, and then you will be more consciously of breathing with your heart chakra. So when you always be aware of your passion, so your the key is to have the best performance results. You want to have every day the best performance and results. That's true, yes? But let's start from the bottom so you understand how we can control the performance and result and your behavior, of course. So first one is your breath. This is number one. Breathing is number one. Number two is heart chakra. And this is connected to your physiology. Physiology is very important. Without controlling your breath and be consciously breathing through your heart chakra, you'll be not filtering your energy awareness on your physiology, because physiology is responsible for your emotions, and emotions are responsible of your feelings, and your feelings are responsible how you think, and thinking is responsible for your behavior. So please, my galactic family, understand the mechanism. This is the chain reaction before your performance, before your behavior. You have to think before you behave. You have to feel before you think. You have to have emotions before you have feelings. And you have to have your physiology in balance to have balanced emotions. Because like I mentioned before, emotions are the key. Passion and emotions are controlling your feelings, and feelings controlling your thinking, and you can be more aware of your behaviors, even if you do it unconsciously. If you do this method for 1 month, I guarantee you, is a scientific proven fact that if you do something for 30 days, it will become your second nature. So as a beginning, you'll feel like you're struggling with something, but I'm telling you, my galactic family, when you use passion to absorb this mechanism, it will be very much easier for you to breathe with your heart chakra, to control the rhythm of the key is the rhythm of your breathing, how smooth you are breathing, and when you do this, when you are consciously connected with passion and your breath, that's how you control your heart rhythm, and your physiology is coherent with your emotions, and then transfers to the feelings, and the feelings gives you positive outcome automatically with the positive thinking, and then you have a positive behavior, and your performance is better, and results are extremely powerful. So this is the method how to be more on a positive side, because when the frequencies of energy will rise up higher and higher, you will become more sensitive. So this is the key, how to stay in balance. And emotions are so perfect because they reminding you, are you on a scale, are you more on a positive or are you more on a negative? Doesn't matter what situation you are in. Always remember, close your eyes for a couple seconds and breathe deeply and in a rhythm, and breathe smoothly. Control that breathing, smooth breathing. Not too deep, not too shallow, but just smooth breathing, and will bring you on that scale on the 0 point, and then you can reactivate your heart chakra, and your heart chakra helps the coherence of your physiology, and physiology is responsible for your emotions, And emotions are not the same as feelings. Feelings and emotions are two different aspects. But feelings and thinking are in a cycle. They are connected. The closest with this chain reaction I just mentioned to you, feelings and thinking are connected with each other. So please keep this in mind. Please put this to your heart, because this is very, very crucial when the energy will rise up higher and higher and higher. And let me tell you why it's so crucial to do prostrations towards Kaaba, Saudi Arabia. Not the only, like I mentioned in previous films, Mohrephoh Pleiadian films, that they are multi-dimensional ley lines are going through all your parallel realities. So anywhere you are on this flat plane, you do prostration, you bow down towards Kaaba, you're realigning all your chakras. And this actually, the prostration helps. Those are the two keys, main keys. If you practice this, what I mentioned today in that film, you be in 100% success. I guarantee you. But please go through all Pleiadian Mohrephoh films, because you need to have this conscious awareness where this is coming from. And please don't forget, research this, because everybody have to have their own fork, their own coherent understanding of everything, because everybody is different. So please go through all my films, start from film 1 and go through all of them. So you will have this conscious awareness of what I'm speaking and why it's like this. And by you researching, you know that I'm telling you the truth. So why is so important? Because not only, if you look closely in the Bible, that everybody's praying with a prostration, everybody. All the Muslims around the world doing prostration. Hinduism, Buddhism, all of them doing the same thing. All of them is doing the same thing. Even in Tao Te Ching, 81 verse, God Almighty mentions in Tao Te Ching, those who do prostration will be preserved. So there you go. Even our great prophet Jesus, peace be upon him, he prayed the same way. In my previous Mohrephoh Pleiadian films, you have all the answers, and on my Facebook you have all the answers. So please, and you have even verses from the Bible that everybody is doing the prostration, because it's very, very crucial, very important. Like I mentioned, with breathing and controlling with coherence with the heart. So your physiology and your emotions are coherent. So then your feelings and your thinking is coherent, and then attracts more positive behavior, and your performance and result is perfect. So this is step 1. Step 2, let me tell you about step 2. In our brain, the front of the brain, when you do prostration, there is a frontal lobe, right? The front of the brain is frontal lobe. And under pressure, under stress, when you have stress or you're under pressure, the frontal lobe shuts down. When you have excessive stress or you have excessive pressure, the frontal lobe shuts down. That's why it's so important to do prostration. And you can research this. I'm telling you the truth. Please research this and you will know I'm telling you the truth. That when you do prostration, that your frontal lobe is responsible for your emotions. Frontal lobe is responsible for your personality. The frontal lobe is responsible of executive functions, planning, decision making, problem solving, self-expression, memory, That's why a lot of Muslims around the world remember the whole book, the whole Quran. They remember the whole Quran. And that's just a hint for you, so you will know I'm telling you the truth. Memory skills, movement, and concentration. The frontal lobe is responsible for all of this. So the higher energies, when they be rising higher and higher and higher, you'll be more sensitive. So if you be more sensitive, your emotions be more sensitive, your personality be more sensitive, your executive functions be more sensitive, your planning be more sensitive, your decision making be more sensitive, your problems be more sensitive, your problem solving be more sensitive, your self-expression be more sensitive, your memory be more sensitive, your motor skills be more sensitive, your movement be more sensitive, and your concentration be more sensitive. See, every aspect of your being will be more sensitive. And that's why God Almighty mentioned to all the prophets, Adam, Moses, Solomon, David, Abraham, Jesus, Muhammad, peace be upon them all, they all pray with a prostration to activate the frontal lobe, to protect the frontal lobe from the higher energies, because you will become more sensitive. And that's the key, how to maintain yourself in a balance, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and all your chakras are lined up and ready for the higher dimensions. I'm telling you the truth, my galactic family. I'm telling you from the truth. This is from my heart. This is from my heart for you, my galactic family. So what happens to your frontal lobe when you're not going to do prostration, when you're not going to bow down and towards Kaaba? I mean, you can bow down and you can bow down towards any direction, but you will just implement this energetic frequency to help processing of frontal lobe, but you not connect to the multidimensional line lines, the gamma ray frequency line lines, who will activate all your chakras. Because remember that frontal lobe is connected to your pineal gland, and your pineal gland is connected with the spinal fluid, and all are working in concert with the frontal lobe, with the spinal fluid, and with all the chakras. They are working in concert. So if you do prostrations towards Kaaba, you are perfectly ready for fifth dimensional frequency, and that's alpha wave frequency. Like I mentioned before in previous films, please look at Pleiadian Mohrephoh and you will grasp the big picture, and I'm telling you the truth, my galactic family. So what happens? The frontal lobe under pressure, stress shuts down. You cannot control what you say or think. You will become in frustration. So you don't want to become in frustration when you become more sensitive in higher dimension of frequency, because this will be disaster for you. I'm telling you, my galactic family, this will be, if you'll be frustrated when the energy speed up by 2020, and trust me, in this year, 2017, 2018, the energy will be, my goodness, will be very, very quick. So point of no return is by 2020, but please share this message with everybody, and please start putting this in practice, what I just mentioned, because the time doesn't exist. But I'm speaking in the language, if somebody watching this film for first time and they don't know that time doesn't exist, it's only timing. Energy speeds up. So frontal lobe under pressure, stress shuts down, and that's what happens. Because what happens, our brain is 300,000 years old. Our brain is 300,000 years old, and the software in our brain is 300,000 years old and never been upgraded. So now what they try to do is change our hardware. The brain is software, and the hardware is our DNA. And through our DNA, they will implement and they will try to change the software of your brain. And the software of your brain is 300,000 years old. And this is very crucial. Please understand this, my galactic family. I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much. Please understand this. This is, if you will put this in practice, you'll be the most successful. The most successful, I guarantee you, you'll be most successful. Normal breathing give you coherence. And this is number one. And if you do this for 30 days, if you'll be aware or not aware, you will always have this conscious breathing from your heart chakra, and the coherence with your physiology will be so integrated with all the chakras, and it's very, very important. Smooth breathing, rhythmic breathing, give you control, helps your physiology. That's what I'm telling you, my galactic family. And passion is the key. Passion is positive focus. Passion is positive focus. Remember this. Passion is positive focus. Very important. And like I mentioned before, frontal lobe is responsible for emotions, personality, executive function, planning, decision making, problem solving, self-expression, memory, motor skills, movement, concentration. So now we are becoming more sensitive and more sensitive and more sensitive and more sensitive. So now you know, like I mentioned before in previous films, that you will notice in 2017 the smallest thing you will laugh so hard you'll be like, wow, I'm telling you. And the smallest thing can put you off completely, and you can cry with like nothing, you know. So see, to be in the balance, to be on that bridge, like I mentioned before in Pleiadian Mohrephoh films, to be balanced on that bridge, Pleiadian Mohrephoh 25, this is the key. I'm telling you, my galactic family, this is the key. And to understand this Pleiadian Mohrephoh 25 film, please go through all the films, but start from film 1, because I put everything in a specific order. So even if you will not understand everything, you will, because I did every film with a special message frequency wise. So to help control this, please, no sugar, no white flour, no sodium fluoride. And I mentioned before in previous films how important this is, and no alcohol. Because cerebral spinal fluid have DMT. The most DMT in your physical essence, in your energy essence, in your body, is inside of cerebral spinal fluid. So when you do prostration, when you align with the multidimensional grid, gamma ray frequency, what happens? You absorb essence of your source. You absorb essence of your source. I will tell you again. You absorb essence of your source. And this is very crucial, because DMT in your spinal fluid, when you do prostration, is connecting with your pineal gland and helps activate different levels of your multidimensionality, plus connecting with the grid of multidimensionality of the gamma ray frequency, gives you the best results to be ready for fifth dimensional frequency. That's why all the Muslims around the world are praying with prostration. That's why all in Buddhism, in Hinduism, they all know this. In Tao Te Ching, I mean, if you look in all major religions, they know this. But a lot of them forgot the true essence of message from Almighty God, from the higher self. And this is very important. Please know that when we're gonna be bombarded by gamma ray frequencies, and when you do prostration, you align with the multidimensional lines of gamma ray frequencies. So you're not only connecting with all your chakras energy-wise with the gamma ray frequency, we're gonna be bombarded by gamma ray frequencies. And it's proven scientifically that water stores memory. Water stores frequency. Water stores the words you mention to the water. It stores. It records the memory and the energy. The water stores this. So in your spinal fluid, this fluid stores the absorption of essence of the source energy, absorbs, and connect with the pineal gland, activates all your levels of your awareness, activates all and connects with all aspects of your multidimensionality. You become coherent with the multidimensional worlds, because you are not only here. You are in parallel worlds, parallel realities on every level. And this is the key, like I mentioned before in previous Pleiadian Mohrephoh films, but this is the essence key to be integrated not only with your higher self, with all the aspect of your whole soul being. This is very important. That's why Muslims around the world, when they drink water, they say Bismillah, because they know water stores energy. And when you say Bismillah to water, you put ultimate blessing into that water, and the water enters into your system. Because almost 70% of our energy is fluid, is water. And a special fluid, special water fluid, is inside of our cerebrospinal cord. And is fluid, and the most DMT is inside of our spinal fluid. Please understand it, my galactic family. This is very, very important, very crucial. All your nervous system, all the power of your nervous system is controlled by your spinal cord. And when the energies will come and they rise up, this is very crucial. All those things I just told you right now, this is very, very crucial. I'm telling you the best things to be ready for fifth dimension. Please, my galactic family, please put this in your heart. I love you so much, my galactic family. And little message from me, that remember, like I mentioned before, that every parallel reality is connected to each other. And you will see when the energy will quicken and quicken and quicken, that you will see that you are implementing more things, that you'll be more coherent between the dream world and the reality. And Pleiadian Mohrephoh 2 is speaking about this. And this is very, very important, how to look in this three-dimensional dream, how to be more coherent. So please put everything what I mentioned here in practice, and you be very, very happy. I'm telling you, my galactic family. This is Mohrephoh Diol from Amilozori, Pleiadian consciousness here for you. We all Pleiadians went through all of this. We went through all of this. We're the closest experience-wise to this three-dimensional dream. That's why we want to integrate with you and help you achieve the highest results. And we just went through the same thing. So please spread this message. Spread this message with everybody because it's very, very important. And please give on my Facebook, Pleiadian Master Asim. There's this blue card with a password. Please give this password because this is the password. The password is activation. Activation. This what I mentioned to you is a two-step way of becoming the most energy efficient configuration towards that gamma ray frequency, and it's very crucial. But please repeat after me, as is very, very important. This is the password to activate the heart chakra. Please repeat after me. La ilaha illallah. When you repeat this, you will feel in your heart chakra will spin. When your heart chakra will spin, be more aware of your breathing. So your heart will have coherent heartbeat. Coherent heartbeat with smooth breathing will give you physiology mode in most energy efficient configuration. And then your emotions will be more aligned with your feelings and your thinking. And the behavior will be very positive because the energy are rising up and you will become more sensitive and more sensitive and more sensitive. And this is the recipe. I told you the recipe, how to be ready. My galactic family, I love you so much. This is Mohrephoh from Amilozori. I am a renegade member of Family of Light Systems Buster, available for altering systems of consciousness within Free Will Universe on call. I love you so much, my galactic family. Namaste.